I don't need to raise my voice to make a point. If I'm calm while setting a boundary, that doesn't mean I'm weak. It just means I know my worth, and I'm choosing peace over drama. Most people think respect comes from being loud, intimidating, or emotionally aggressive. But real respect comes from emotional control, because the person who stays calm under pressure is usually the person with the most power in the room. And today, we're talking about how calm people silently command respect without begging for attention. Why people stop respecting you. Sometimes people don't disrespect you because they hate you. They disrespect you because they've become comfortable crossing your boundaries. Maybe you laugh things off too much. Maybe you stay silent to avoid conflict. Maybe you keep giving chances to people who never change. And over time, people start testing how much they can get away with. The scary part is, it happens slowly. A sarcastic comment, a dismissive tone, being interrupted constantly, people only calling when they need something. And eventually, you realize something painful. You taught people that your feelings could be ignored. Not intentionally, just quietly. Calmness is not weakness. A lot of emotionally intelligent people struggle with this. They think being kind means tolerating disrespect. They think staying peaceful means staying silent. But calmness and weakness are not the same thing. Weak people explode because they can't control themselves. Strong people stay calm because they can. Anyone can shout. Anyone can slam doors or throw angry words around. But looking someone in the eye and calmly saying, "I don't appreciate being spoken to like that," that takes real confidence, because calm boundaries force people to face themselves. No drama, no chaos, just clarity. And honestly, that makes some people uncomfortable. The power of quiet boundaries. Here's something most people learn too late. The more you over-explain your boundaries, the less powerful they sound. You don't need a long speech every time someone disrespects you. Sometimes the strongest response is simple. "That comment wasn't okay. I'm not available for this conversation right now. Please don't speak to me that way." No. That's it. No emotional performance. No begging to be understood. Because when you truly value yourself, you stop trying to convince people to respect you. You simply change your access, your energy, and your presence, and people notice that immediately. The quietest person in the room often has the strongest boundaries. Why? Calm people. Intimidated people who manipulate others usually rely on emotional reactions. They want you angry, defensive, confused, emotional. Because emotional people are easier to control. But calm people are difficult to manipulate. When someone stays composed during disrespect, guilt trips, or pressure, it breaks the pattern. That's why emotionally mature people often seem intimidating without trying. Not because they're cruel, but because they're no longer emotionally available for chaos. And some people mistake that self-respect for arrogance. But there's a difference. Arrogance says, "I'm better than you." Self-respect says, "You can't treat me however you want." Big difference. How to command respect calmly? If you want people to respect you more, start with these habits. Stop explaining every decision. Not everyone deserves access to your thoughts. Speak slower. Confident people don't rush their words. Maintain eye contact. Not aggressively, just calmly. And most importantly, mean what you say. If you set a boundary but never enforce it, people stop taking you seriously. Respect grows when your actions match your words, not when your words sound powerful. And remember this: being calm doesn't mean allowing bad behavior. It means handling it without losing yourselves. At the end of the day, respect isn't forced. It's felt. People can sense when someone is desperate for approval, and they can also sense when someone quietly values themselves. So stop shrinking yourself just to keep everyone comfortable. You don't need to become louder, colder, or more aggressive. You just need stronger boundaries and calmer energy, because the strongest person in the room is usually the one who stays calm, without allowing disrespect. Calmness is powerful, because people can't control someone who controls themselves.